Well guys, spring is in the air, but I'm a little late to the game and I decided that we needed a Hello Spring sign for the front door, even though there's only about a month of spring left. Anyways, I'm Ashley and this channel is Chip Builds. Welcome if you're new here, but let's dive in and see how I made this project. Okay, so somehow I managed to lose all the footage that I took of using the Glowforge with the pass-through slot to cut out this 18-inch round sign. So I'm just going to do a quick little overview here in the Glowforge app. So as you can see up here in the left-hand corner, I've chosen the material. I do recommend that you use a 1/4 inch material, so something like thick MDF, just because 1/8 inch has a tendency to warp when it absorbs moisture or paint, and I just think 1/4 inch would go better. So as you can see, because our artwork is off to the side, it's not saying that it can cut it. So if we bring it over to the Glowforge cutting area, you can see it still isn't working. And so what we have to do is click these 3 dots over here at the top right, and we're looking down here and click Pro Pass-Through. So now you can see our screen has changed, and now this artwork has made it so that you can actually cut it. And what the Glowforge does is it has you cut from the bottom of your design to the top. So if you think like, oh, you put the material in the Glowforge and you're going to start it from there, that's not where it goes. So you need to make sure that your material is long enough and that your Glowforge has enough room for the material to actually go. And so ultimately, this honestly didn't take very long to cut with the Glowforge. The most time-consuming part was the Glowforge taking alignment pictures to make sure that the Pro pass-through slot worked correctly. And not every part of this design you have to do the pass-through. Is just that piece, the backer, and the spring fence piece. The other pieces just fit in the normal bed size, but if you have the basic Glowforge or something, you can just cut the design apart. If you want this file, it is available on my Patreon account. For this project, I'm using a variety of chalk paint and spray paint. I am using a roller brush on the backer board just because it would be a quicker coverage than if I used like a foam brush. But I will put links down below for all the different things that I've used. And I didn't have brown or black chalk paint, so for that I just used some spray paint. Once I was done painting, I put everything in the sun to dry. Okay, so I made a bit of a rookie mistake with the backer for this Hello Spring sign. I painted it and then left it outside overnight to dry, and just a lot of moisture got into it since it's only an 1/8 inch thick, and so it's kind of warped. And so what I'm gonna do is I just cut out a second backer in 1/8 inch wood, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna use some Gorilla Glue to glue and clamp these 2 pieces together, and then it should be fine and it shouldn't be warped anymore. So I'm just using a brush to kind of spread the glue around, which sort of works. And so all I'm gonna do is line up the 2 holes, and then once I have the 2 holes lined up with a clamp, then the rest of it should be good to go. So now that all the paint had dried, the next step to do was to glue everything together, and I'm just using my favorite super glue, Star Bond. Some of my pieces were a little warped, so I did have to use some clamps to give it just a little bit of extra stability. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know down below if you have comments or questions or anything. Everything I used in this video is also linked in the description below, and this file is available on my Patreon, and I'll probably throw it up on Etsy as well. I'm not sure, but we'll see. But thanks for watching, you guys. See ya.